I'm not perfect. I've been doing this for 6 years. I work with people that have been doing it double that time, triple that time. 6 years, I'm like the new guy. And the fact that I'm the lead to some cooks that have been doing it for 20 years, it's a little intimidating. And sometimes I feel I don't deserve the position. But then I remind myself that there's a reason I got picked and they didn't. You know, the reason it doesn't matter, but they chose me. The owner, the exec chef, and my chef, and the sous chef all agreed, and they picked me. I think I've been lead for like 2 years now. You know, but I fuck up a lot, and I feel that I focus more on that than I do on my success. You know, like instead of me like thinking like last night I forgot to saran wrap my station and to throw away some pastries that I had left above the plancha. Okay, I'm over here beating myself up for that, like, fuck, I should have known better, that's such a rookie move, blah blah blah. But then there's that other side. It's like, okay, well, what about, look at the whole month of August this way. Did anybody say anything to you about, did you fuck? Like, no, not really. Okay. So what's the problem? You know? I have sometimes I fucking confuse take. Sometimes, like, we have fried oysters and fried chicken. Some days, dude, I don't know why, my brain does not see fried chicken and just sees fried oysters. And I'll put out like 3 orders. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And it's just embarrassing. You know? Especially when you're in a kitchen where it's like there's that friendly banter, when they can say like, "What the fuck, Josue?" We're all joking, but in my head I'm like, "No, dude, that's not okay. I'm the lead, and I'm over here making these fucking rookie moves. It's embarrassing." But I don't want to be like, look, if and when I ever become a chef, one thing for sure I'm gonna do is I don't want to be like these fucking chefs that just like to talk about, I can run circles, I did 500, tables a night. I did, like, what value is that if I'm over here just trying to help grow the new generation of cooks? I was the new guy, and then eventually I'm not going to be the new guy, and there's going to be a new crop of guys coming in. And if I plan on, at the very least, look, I'm not over here trying to change the world, but if I can just help out one guy, I'm certainly not going to help him out by telling him about how fucking awesome I am, because then what example does that give? Like, oh, okay, cool, ego. That's what's, that's the fuel behind each kitchen. Ego. That's what fuels a chef. Ego. The fuck, man? I'm gonna tell him. Let me tell you about the times I fucked up. One thing that I'm good at. I know what I'm good at and what I'm not. I don't think. I love being a cook. I love being in the industry, but I'm kind of in this spot where I'm trying to find where I fit into the industry, because I never thought about the kitchen. I never thought about the industry and how big it is outside of just the kitchen until like COVID hit. And then I think about it, I mean, even the fucking, I would say the food inspector that comes into the kitchens to make sure everything's up and up, that counts. Why can't that, or even the guy that does, delivers the produce or the meat. I think fucking butchering's cool as shit. What about the farmer? Even the blogger or the guy. I mean, look at me. I'm making fucking a video, and I'm just speaking my truth. I think that was one of the things that inspired me. A lot of things inspired me to start making YouTube videos, but one of the big ones was I needed to find an outlet, because I don't know, I'm just not getting it in the kitchen. There's that X factor. And just 12 videos in, this is the 12th video. 12 videos in, I feel that I've contributed more to the culture of what is the kitchen industry than I have in the last 6 years. You know, video one, I told you, you want to learn how to make fucking food? There's a million YouTube channels that you can do that'll show you better than I can. You want to make hollandaise? There's a million other channels there that'll show you how to make fucking hollandaise. And each one is fucking different. And you just got to find the one that works for you. But here, I'm really good at being introspective, perspective, and then finding ways how to turn like a shit situation into an advantage. You got a handicap? Tell me what's your handicap. Tell me what are your shortcomings, and I'll turn those into a fucking weapon, into a fucking strength that you can use. You know, you got a bad boss? Boom. I'll tell you how to do that. You got a bad coworker. I mean, I think that was the last video. How to deal with a bad coworker. I answered it. Not on theory, on legit fucking experience. I've been there. I've made the fucking mistakes. You know? And now I have a platform where I have 39 subs. Let me tell you something. I give a fuck more about those 39 subs that I have than I do about the next 5 subs coming up. You know? I'm not over here like, oh man, like hungry for subs. I'm not over here Googling how do I get more subs, and like, if anything, I care was like, how can I, bring more exposure just so I could help more people, because there is that side to the kitchen, and it's becoming awake. It's becoming more of a conversation. It's becoming a main topic now, whether it's on the line, online, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever the fuck social media you're using, it's becoming a thing now. It used to be shut up, keep your head. I remember specifically telling someone, you just keep your head down, say yes, chef. I look back now, I'm like, wow, that's a fucking stupid answer to give. That's so simplistic. It's very like you're just brushing off problems, There's bigger problems that we have, Whether it's the tempers in the kitchen, the addiction, our health, physical health, mental health, I hate this, like, you have to sacrifice your fucking life, and you have to miss your kids' birthdays and your wife's birth, the birth of your children. You have to miss all this shit because the kitchen fucking matters more. No, it doesn't. It's a thing that we do, but it's not us. What happened? Look what the fuck's happening right now with COVID. Restaurants are hurting. Some restaurants are closing. There's so many people that are fucking leaving the industry. And I think the least I could do in the most like selfish way, least selfish way is, you know what? I'm going to give you what I've learned in the kitchen because it's the most relatable thing that I can offer. If you're not in the industry, I don't, and you're getting value from this, that's great. But really, I'm speaking kitchen to kitchen people. And I think that's more relatable, and I think you're more perceptive when it's like, okay, this guy has experienced things versus, well, I think I read in the book. I don't give a fuck, dude. You ever see the kid that's fucking book smart, but he's fucking like life stupid? I've met people like that. It's like, well, I read in the book. I don't give a fuck what you read. We see those memes all the time about like the CIA graduate who wants to be called chef, and the CIA graduate who thinks he knows better, and he can't fucking like. My chef, he's 26, and he told me like when he started, he's like, dude, I've worked with cooks that work in Michelin star restaurants. They can do these amazing dishes. They have no idea how to cook a fucking steak. Blew my mind. They can't do it without a sous vide. I've got nothing against the sous vide, but I don't want to be a highlight reel. I don't think that's helpful at all. I want to give you the whole fucking perspective. And part of that includes my shortcomings, my distractions, my temper, my inability to communicate properly, and then the road that I took to get there. You know, and then you take that information and see how it applies best to your life. And if you don't know, and if you're still having trouble, then you send me a DM. If you think, you know what, this guy might be able to give me just a little insight. Maybe you don't have to follow what the fuck I say. Like I said, I'm not the fucking end all and be all of the fucking line cook industry, of the fucking restaurant industry. Not by a fucking long shot, buddy. But I can just be that one voice out of 20 people that you listen to, you know? That's all. That's all I really fucking want out of this. I'm not fucking perfect. I mean, I've been thinking about this all fucking week, all month. I keep climbing and climbing and climbing, and for some reason, all I can focus on is just like, how the fuck did I get here? And I look back and it's like, I see the road. I'm like, I see how. I'm not a chef, guys. I'm just a cook. I'm just a guy with a phone and some headphones, just speaking his truth. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm speaking my truth, and I hope that I can bring some value to you guys. I don't care about the next 5 subs. I care about the subs that I have now, and I care about you.